Right, let's speak now to AMCU's Head of Organizational Development, Krister van Rensburg, who's joining us there on the line. Also, Harry Mazibuko, we're hoping to speak to him if the line is able to hold there. But Krister, good to have you, and thank you very much for your time. What the magistrate is saying and what you have always known to have been true, are they similar? Is this what you would have expected the outcome of this inquest would reveal?
Yes, indeed. I mean, we are elated. We issued a statement a bit earlier to say that we are elated by this. To a large extent, as you mentioned, we are also justified and vindicated in what we said before, not only about this disaster, but about mining in general, in that big business normally and the government is to blame for these senseless deaths. So often business, as you know, in terms of the Mine Health and Safety Act, Section 11, do not take proper care when doing their risk assessments. And secondly, government, the DMRE's inspectorate, lacks serious capacity. We've made proposals in that regard in the past, but also SAPS, as we know, in all these Zama events all over the country. It just shows the weaknesses of our police service.
And then the question becomes, how do we ensure, as you're saying, that this is behavior that is probably not just selectively displayed at this mine? It could be a behavior generally that could be displayed in the industry by mining companies. And the magistrate seemingly wanting a judgment that seeks actions that would actually force the mining companies to act. Do you think this judgment does that?
I do think so. I'm positive. We as AMCU, we are positive that this is true jurisprudence in the fact that it sets new case law. So we hope that other mine owners, mine managers will take heed and be more wary in future. You must remember that it's always the battle between profit and people. And often production trumps safety. And that is what we as a trade union, that we are always fighting for, is that let's produce, let's get the maximum out of the mines that we work in, but always safety first.
Yeah. But Mazibuko, let's try and bring you into the conversation now. All you have ever wanted and all you've been calling for are for the bodies of Priti Kambule, Yvonne Mnisi and Solomon Nyirende to be retrieved and be brought up. We've taken a different route this time to try and find an inquest, at least to equate blame to somebody who should take responsibility. Are you satisfied with this process?
Yes, I am. But firstly, I must say that today, together with the families, without the unions, without the government, we mark 1,633 days camping outside the mine, demanding intervention from our government, from the unions, or all the authorities. Unfortunately, today, here we are having a conversation, and unfortunately, again, AMCU was our union, including myself. But if we talk sense and logic, where were they all along? Because I remember having a same conversation with the president of AMCU on Ukhozi FM, saying that me, Harry Mazibuko, I am a self-proclaimed leader. Because my position was the position of the families, because I've been with them for the past 1,633 days without any single AMCU official or government official. So today I am happy because they are coming on board now. Because all of us who are South African overall, we need to achieve that for the missing people to be found. So blames were made, accusations were made, but we as the families, we are very excited because this is going to pave a way forward for the closure that we've been anticipating for.
Yeah. Do you think, I mean, having been camped outside the mine for 1,633 days, that there is no illegal mining activity that is currently taking place there?
To be fair to myself and South Africa and the world, the mine has never been closed. The mine is in operation, but illegally so. Yesterday, I'm talking yesterday, a big blast was sent. There are correspondences to the DMRE, to the business rescue practitioners. Remember, in 2021, 2 of the illegal miners died inside the mine. We've been camping there, being attacked by the mine management and being ignored by our government. So Harry Mazibuko, there was a time where he has to run for cover, being attacked by even government officials. But today I'm happy, I'm relieved myself as the leader of the families. That is not me saying that, but our court of law. Finally, we as the families who are experiencing for the first time that the judiciary of our country is effective.
So you're saying, for example, around unions, around government coming on board, what is your expectation now that the judgment has been delivered?
According to the processes, because remember now the current interim owners of the mine are the business rescue practitioners, and Judge Relopes on 2019 made a ruling that the business rescue practitioners should, and according to procedure, they must convene a creditors meeting whereby the creditors will decide for the future of the mines, of which one instance, like the AMCU, is filed in court that they are against the new investing companies. So our position is that the ball is in the hands as law-abiding citizens who are following the procedures, that let the business rescue practitioners convene a creditors meeting as per the procedure. Let the creditors decide on the future of the mines, of which we'll see the closure that we've been anticipating for.
All right. Krister, I see you nodding your head there when Harry Mazibuko says that the illegal mining is still happening even as early as yesterday, where there was a blast that was going on. It seems even the business rescue practitioners are unable to arrest this issue of illegal mining.
Yes, it's not, I don't think the word unable is correct. It's more an issue of will. And as I said earlier, it's an issue of profit, of money, of resources. So it's one of those things. I mean, the government has the task to make mining safe in South Africa. It's a big problem, you know yourself. And it's such a political hot potato, the issue of Zamazamas. And even in gold here, the other side of Coltonville, we've got serious problems with this issue. So much so that many mines are closing shafts because they have problems. So we need to take hands and work together. I'm hearing Comrade Mazibuko saying that he feels that he's been abandoned. I can just assure him, where I'm sitting on my desk, I've written many letters and tried many things to assist the comrades sitting there at Lily Mine. We really want, as a union, to go as far as we can. However, what we don't want to get involved in is this struggle between the capitalists. The two companies, the big ones is Vantage and Arkumanzi. And they are fighting. And we all know that African proverb, when the elephants fight, it's the grass that suffers. So everybody's delaying this process to reopen the mine, to re-employ our comrades, to retrieve that container so that the 3 comrades, the deceased comrades, can be laid to rest, their families can find closure, and have economic development in that valley there. That's what we all want, comrades. I mean, I want Comrade Harry to remember that he's not our enemy. We all are working in the same direction. Let's pull together.
Yeah. 1,633 days later, does this process of an inquest at least add a layer of urgency to try and resolve this issue, where the families are saying, we're still waiting for the creditors' meeting, for example?
It does, even though, as you asked me earlier, this is more at the level of health and safety legislation, and let's call it liability and accountability. The business transaction is something completely different. which, yes, it's related, and hopefully this gives some impetus and momentum to that process as well. However, let's remember that those are two distinct issues. So this outcome of today has actually nothing to do with the business case of the two vying companies that want to operate this mine again. But like I said, let's hope this gives impetus and some more new momentum to that process, that we can get whoever is liable to be held liable, and we can get the mine open again and get our comrades back to work.
Krister, appreciate your time. Babuheri, much appreciated, and thank you for coming on. Let's leave it there for tonight.